The teachings of Confucius have endured for over 2,500 years, shaping the moral and philosophical foundations of Chinese civilization and influencing thought worldwide. His wisdom extends beyond culture and time, offering guidance on virtue, leadership, self-discipline, relationships, and lifelong learning. Confucius believed that life is built on integrity, humility, continuous self-improvement, and compassion for others. He emphasized that education is not merely about acquiring knowledge, but about cultivating wisdom and moral character. His teachings remind us that true success is not measured by wealth or status, but by how we treat others and contribute to society. The 100 quotes that follow capture the essence of his teachings, providing insight into how we can navigate life's challenges with wisdom and grace, whether applied in leadership, personal growth, or social harmony. These lessons remain as relevant today as they were in ancient China. May these words inspire reflection, action, and a deeper understanding of what it means to live with virtue and purpose. Let's get started with the 100 quotes from Confucius. Is it not a pleasure to learn and practice constantly? True joy comes from continuous learning and application. By reviewing the past, one gains new insights. This makes one worthy of being a teacher. Understanding history helps innovation and wisdom. Knowing something is not as good as loving it, and loving it is not as good as enjoying it. Passion and joy in learning lead to true mastery. Be diligent and eager to learn, and do not be ashamed to ask those below you. A true learner seeks knowledge from all sources, regardless of rank. When 3 people walk together, one of them can be my teacher. Everyone has something to teach. Always be open to learning. I once fasted all day and stayed awake all night thinking, but it was useless compared to learning. Overthinking without learning from others is futile. To know what you know and to admit what you don't know is true knowledge. Recognizing one's limitations is the first step to wisdom. Learning without thinking leads to confusion. Thinking without learning is dangerous. Balance study and critical thinking. I do not enlighten those who are not eager to learn, nor help those who do not struggle to express themselves. Learning must be an active effort, not passive reception. If I hear the way in the morning, I can die content in the evening. Understanding deep truths is more valuable than longevity. Do not impose on others what you do not desire for yourself. The golden rule: treat others as you wish to be treated. A virtuous person is never alone. They always attract like-minded people. Good character draws good company. When you see a virtuous person, strive to be like them. When you see an unvirtuous person, reflect on your own faults. Learn from good role models and correct personal flaws. A noble person understands righteousness. A petty person understands personal gain. True wisdom prioritizes ethics over self-interest. Do not blame heaven, do not blame others. Take responsibility for your own actions and fate. A person who does not plan for the future will soon face trouble. Think long-term to avoid short-term crises. A benevolent person loves others. Kindness and empathy are the foundation of virtue. Be strict with yourself and lenient with others. and you will avoid resentment. Self-discipline prevents conflict. A noble person helps others achieve good, not bad. Support virtue in others. Too much substance without refinement is rough. Too much refinement without substance is shallow. Balance character and etiquette. Governing with virtue is like the North Star. It stays in place while others revolve around it. Moral leadership attracts loyalty. If the ruler is upright, orders are unnecessary. If not, commands are ignored. Lead by example. A noble person seeks harmony without uniformity. A petty person seeks uniformity without harmony. True leadership allows diversity of thought. The wise are not confused, the benevolent are not anxious, and the brave are not afraid. Wisdom, kindness, and courage define great leaders. While parents are alive, do not travel far. If you must, keep them informed. Filial piety requires staying connected. Filial piety and brotherly respect are the foundation of benevolence. A good society starts with family values. If you love someone, will you not work hard for them? If you respect someone, will you not teach them? Love requires effort. Respect requires guidance. To make a mistake and not correct it is the real mistake. Admitting and fixing mistakes shows true character. A noble person's friendship is like clear water. A petty person's friendship is like sweet wine. True friendships are steady and based on mutual respect, not flattery. A noble person is ashamed if their words outpace their actions. Speak less, act more. To see what is right and not do it is cowardice. Knowing and doing good must go together. A noble person makes demands on themselves. A petty person makes demands on others. Hold yourself to high standards before judging others. A person of character remains composed in difficulty. Strength of mind is shown in hardship. A noble person does not compete, but if they must, they do so with grace. Even in competition, dignity is key. I hear and I forget. I see and I remember, I do and I understand. Learning is best through experience. It is better to be a diamond with flaws than a pebble without. Excellence is better than mediocrity. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. Awareness of what one does not know is wisdom. The superior man thinks of virtue. The small man thinks of comfort. Choose self-improvement over complacency. A wise person is never confused. A virtuous person is never troubled. A courageous person is never afraid. These three traits ensure inner peace. Choose a job you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life. Passion makes work fulfilling. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying small stones. Great achievements start with small steps. Respect yourself and others will respect you. Confidence and integrity command respect. An inconvenience is an unrecognized opportunity. Challenges often hold hidden benefits. Patience and perseverance have a magical effect before which difficulties disappear and obstacles vanish. Persistence leads to success. Education breeds confidence. Confidence breeds hope. Hope breeds peace. Knowledge empowers individuals and creates a harmonious society. The essence of knowledge is having it to apply it, not having it to confess your ignorance. True knowledge is practical and honest. If a man takes no thought about what is distant, he will find sorrow near at hand. Failing to plan for the future leads to trouble. Silence is a true friend who never betrays. Thoughtful silence is more valuable than empty words. The expectations of life depend upon diligence. The mechanic that would perfect his work must first sharpen his tools. Preparation is key to success. He who exercises government by means of his virtue may be compared to the North Polar Star, which keeps its place and all the stars turn towards it. A virtuous leader naturally commands respect. Forget injuries, never forget kindnesses. Hold on to gratitude rather than grudges. The way out is through the door. Why is it that no one will use this method? Solutions are often simple, but people overlook them. When we see men of worth, we should think of equaling them. When we see men of a contrary character, we should turn inwards and examine ourselves. Improve yourself by observing both good and bad examples. Virtue is not left to stand alone. He who practices it will have neighbors. Righteousness attracts others who value the same principles. To lead uninstructed people to war is to throw them away. Leaders must prepare and educate their followers. Do not be desirous of having things done quickly. Do not look at small advantages. Desire to have things done quickly prevents their being done thoroughly. Rushing leads to poor results. Patience is key. Fine words and an insinuating appearance are seldom associated with true virtue. Beware of smooth talkers without integrity. A superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. Let your actions speak louder than your words. Without knowing the force of words, it is impossible to know men. Words reveal character. Learn to read them wisely. He who wishes to secure the good of others has already secured his own. Helping others brings success in return. Sincerity and truth are the basis of every virtue. Honesty is the foundation of all good character. A youth is to be regarded with respect. How do you know that his future will not be equal to our present? Every young person has potential. Respect them. When anger rises, think of the consequences. Control emotions to avoid regretful actions. When we see men of worth, we should think of equaling them. When we see men of a contrary character, we should turn inwards and examine ourselves. Learn from both good and bad examples. Respect yourself and others will respect you. Self-respect earns the respect of others. To see the right and not do it is cowardice. Doing what's right takes courage. Success depends upon previous preparation, and without such preparation, there is sure to be failure. Preparation determines success. Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. Seeking revenge harms both parties. He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior. Self-control is the greatest strength. The superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. humility in words, excellence in deeds. An oppressive government is more to be feared than a tiger. Tyranny is the greatest danger to society. He who learns but does not think is lost. He who thinks but does not learn is in great danger. Learning and thinking must go hand in hand. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. Understanding what you do not know is wisdom. It is more shameful to distrust our friends than to be deceived by them. Trust is fundamental in relationships. Worry not that no one knows of you. Seek to be worth knowing. Focus on self-improvement rather than recognition. To go beyond is as wrong as to fall short. Moderation is key. Excess and deficiency are both harmful. In a country well governed, poverty is something to be ashamed of. In a country badly governed, wealth is something to be ashamed of. Wealth and poverty reflect the state of governance. When prosperity comes, do not use all of it. Save and plan for the future. The noble-minded worry about their virtues. The small-minded worry about their position. True greatness focuses on self-improvement, not status. He who acts with a constant view to his own advantage will be much murmured against. Selfishness leads to resentment. A fool despises good counsel, but a wise man takes it to heart. Listen to advice to grow wiser. A man without persistence will never make a good shaman or a good doctor. Success requires perseverance. The way you cut your meat reflects the way you live. Small habits reveal character. He who chases two rabbits catches neither. Focus on one thing at a time. When the wind blows, the grass bends. Be adaptable to changing circumstances. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Keep things simple for a happier life. He who speaks without modesty will find it difficult to make his words good. Humility enhances credibility. Study the past if you would define the future. History holds the key to the future. Virtue is more to be feared than vice, because its excesses are not subject to the regulation of conscience. Even virtue must be balanced. He who wishes to be great must first serve others. Leadership begins with service. A happy life consists in tranquility of mind. Peace of mind is the true measure of happiness. A noble person is one who helps others rise. True success is uplifting others. All good things are difficult to achieve. Bad things are very easy to get. Greatness requires effort. To know oneself is the ultimate form of wisdom. Self-awareness is key to growth. Words are the voice of the heart. What we say reveals who we are. Happiness depends upon ourselves. You create your own happiness. The superior man acts before he speaks, and afterwards speaks according to his actions. Lead with actions, not just words. The strength of a nation derives from the integrity of the home. Strong families create strong societies. Wherever you go, go with all your heart. Live life with passion and sincerity. Closing remark, living by the wisdom of Confucius. As we reflect on these 100 timeless teachings of Confucius, we are reminded that wisdom is not merely about knowing what is right, but about living it every day. His insights into virtue, leadership, self-discipline, relationships, and learning continue to provide guidance for individuals, families, and societies. Confucius taught that a person's greatest responsibility is self-cultivation, to strive for integrity, humility, and righteousness in all aspects of life. His philosophy encourages us to treat others with kindness, seek knowledge with humility, and lead with moral strength rather than force. Though the world has changed drastically since his time, the core values he championed remain universal. They remind us that true success is not about wealth or power, but about character and contribution to others. May these teachings inspire us to become better individuals, build stronger communities, and create a more just and harmonious world. As Confucius said, "Wherever you go, go with all your heart." May we all walk this path with sincerity, wisdom, and purpose.